a lot of things changing in the world very quickly. And it's sometimes scary to change so many things. A couple of days ago, I could have called myself a woman if I was in America. Now I'd have to call myself a man or a woman. There's only two genders, but he didn't say that anyway. But what I wanted to talk about is things that change, right? This is a tin full of 1 and 2 cent coins. They're made out of copper. Copper is an amazing thing. We mine it all around the world, and we used to turn it into coins, but then it became too expensive to turn it into coins because now the copper's worth more than 2 cents, or it's getting pretty close to it. Maybe it's not there yet, I don't know. That's called inflation. Now, what you will notice on the coins, and I've gone through and looked at these because I was trying to find there's a couple of years that are actually worth a bit of money, right? Now, on there you'll see, hopefully, you'll see our beautiful Queen Elizabeth, may she rest in peace, and you'll see a date. You might be able to see this date. Oops, sorry, Liz. This date, particularly on this one, is 1983. I actually remember using these. We used to buy lollies with them. I was kind of probably one of the youngest people in the country that actually remembers using these. But they have dates on them.
Sorry, I had to change positions because my phone ran out of battery, so I'm just cooking some dinner. I'm having like a roast beef, sweet potatoes, broccoli with a bit of garlic and some onion. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But what I was going to say about dates, right? There's a date on here. Now, the concept of changing the date, right? Well, that's a slogan. When you get something like that, change the date. That's a slogan. So let's break down, right? Change the date. Get out of everything. Just get out of all the things. Ready? The whole reason for having a date is to prevent confusion about the date. It's a date. That's why it's there. If we change it, we're changing history, which is why there's a day in the first place, why there's a date. The Aboriginals didn't use calendars, and they don't use dates, and they don't use this system. So it's communication that we need to work on, the whole thing. We use the date because that's how our whole civilization runs, is by knowing that when someone said something happened on a certain date, we can pretty much guarantee that it happened. That's what the British Empire does. This coin here, if it has this date on it, with 99% certainty, I can guarantee that this coin here was minted in 1982. If we don't keep history untouchable in this digital environment, then we will be in hell. Right? Perhaps the Australia that the Aboriginals resided in, could go without a date. But our civilization, if we start changing things like that, will deteriorate into hell. So that is the last piece of advice. Oops, as my phone moved by itself. It's leaning on the it's leaning on this lamp that Mum got. Another little fucking ornament. But yeah, that's the last piece of advice you get for free. The rest you got to pay for. You got to pay for all the advice. It's called consulting. It's called a consultancy fee to maintain your civilization, which will go to hell if you start changing dates and changing things around. Just a heads up. Landed on the platypus. And the cat says hello. And fucking leave the cats alone, alright? Hello. Say hello, baby. That's the other thing. You want to blame the cats. Before you go blaming cats, blame the fucking Irish. That's what I'd fucking recommend. Rabbits, cats. I've said it. Toads. You know what I mean? Foxes. Non-native trees like willow trees. Non-natives. Fucking Nazis. Nazis, at least, you know what I mean? At least they had something. They didn't just blame animals in some type of attempted, I don't know what the plan is. Let's just stop blaming the cats and the foxes and the rabbits, mate. Because I guarantee you, if it wasn't for the fucking Irish, they'd find a place. They'd find a little niche and they'd, you know, just efficiently naturalise into the natural habitat, become a beautiful part of the country. So if you want to know who to blame, don't blame the cats, blame the fucking Irish. They're everywhere.